Hi, and welcome to Cooking Idea. Come on, let's get started. Today I'm going to cook for you some chicken paws with some chicken wings and some black-eyed peas and coconut milk. When I first told my husband I'm cooking some chicken paws, he was like, chicken paws? Wait, isn't that the feet of the chicken? And I was like, yep, it's the feet of the chicken. He was like, I don't think I want no chicken paws. I don't want to eat something that something was walking on. And I said, okay, well, the chicken paws is attached to the chicken body, and the chicken body gets on the same, surfaces that the chicken feet get on. So you eat chicken, this is chicken. So that's what we're gonna have. Chicken paws, chicken wings with some black-eyed peas and rice with some milk in it. And these are all the ingredients that I'm using for the chicken. And I'm gonna also cook some veggies with the chicken. And I'm using two types of veggies. I'm using a broccoli stir fry, and it has carrots and broccolis and watercress and the sweet peas. And also I'm using a tropical mix veggie, which has pumpkin, and it has plantains as we say in the Bahamas, and it also have cassava. We say cassava in the Bahamas. Over here the Hispanics say yaki. I think that's the way they pronounce it. And then it's gonna also have some pumpkin in it, and it's gonna have something else that I forgot. But anyway, it's a tropical mix. So I believe you're gonna enjoy this dish, and it's a lot of ingredients. I cook with a lot of ingredients, and I know people wonder, why does she cook with so many ingredients? Because I love a lot of flavor in my food, so I use a lot of different ingredients. And to know what ingredients blend good with what dish, I always taste the ingredients to see whether it has a strong taste to it or it has a mild taste to it. And that's how I know what I can combine with what I cook. So right now what I'm doing is I'm putting the chicken paws, or the chicken feet as my husband called them, in the pan so they can get lightly brown. I hate seeing chicken that looks white. I like to put a little color to them. So just in a little bit of oil, just to kind of give them a little brown coloring or a little swinge to them. Also with the chicken feet or chicken paws, they don't really have a lot of meat on it. It's basically marrow and skin, but when you cook them and they cook soft, they have a real good taste to them, and it's like licking bones, but only thing, they taste good. So I'm gonna lightly fry them, and then on one side, and then after I'm done with one side, I'm gonna turn them over and let them lightly brown on the other side. And this helps the cooking process also, and it helps to lock in the juices of any meat for that matter. If you just put just cook it just a little bit to seal it, it seals in the juices and the moisture in the meat. And so that's what I'm doing with the chicken feet or chicken paws. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and just test them by just maybe sticking them a little bit to see if you want them to still be a little firm, because they are going to be cooking in a liquid, and as they cook in the liquid, they're going to get softer. So as I turn them over to the other side to make sure the other side is brown, I'm making sure that at the same time that they're not drying out. And once they get brown on each side, I can go ahead and actually I can take them out. And once you take them out, you can put them aside, just like maybe set them in a plate that you have probably sitting to the side. And while that is being done, preparing my chicken wings, and I'm not seasoning the chicken paws or chicken feet with excuse me, a lot of seasoning. Also my wings, when I season them, and that's the part that I missed out in the beginning, I didn't tell you. I just season it lightly with a little herb and garlic marinade, and also I put a little bit of garlic powder on them. And the reason why I only use those two ingredients is because I'm gonna be incorporating so much different ingredients and flavors into the sauce part of this meat, that I don't want the chicken to become too infused with the flavors before it can absorb the flavors from the sauce. So just a little garlic and a little herb and garlic marinade would do just fine. And I'm taking the wings out now because I did check them, and they're brown, a little brown on both sides, not cooked, just lightly browned on each side. And then I'm gonna put the wings in, and as I put the wings in, I'm gonna do the same thing with them as I said previous. I'm gonna just let them quail. Quail is the word I was looking for. I'm gonna let them quail or swinge a little bit on each side. And then once I'm done with that, then I can take them out of the pan and we can go to the next process. So when we get to the next process, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Hi guys, I'm back just for a little interlude. I'm gonna be putting in all of my ingredients now, and I just wanted to remind you all that as I put the ingredients in, if you're interested in making this meal, I would ask that you take down the name of the ingredients as I go along, because to be honest with you, and I'm just being honest, writing down all of those ingredients in the description box or writing them on the video, it's just too much work. So I'm trying to come up with a shortcut and also still be efficient in the information that I'm giving. So I'm putting a little bit of tomato paste in there, and I'm putting a few other ingredients. Actually, it's a lot of ingredients. So I'm just going to be quiet right now, and I'm going to show you the ingredients as best as I can on the video. And as I said a few minutes ago, if you're interested in making this meal, it would be good if you can write down the ingredients as I show them, because it's too much work to write it in the description. Time for another interlude. I want to take a little short breakaway, and then I'll be back. you guys. I'm back again. Just as I was watching the video and putting in all these ingredients in and saying to myself, boy, my viewers are probably saying, when is she gonna start putting in ingredients? And the reason why I do this is because this is the way I learned how to cook. I think I cooked my first meal when I was about 10. My mom used to, because I was the oldest of 7 children, my mom used to always take me, I'm not going to say drag, she used to take me into the kitchen with her when she cooked to show me how to cook at 10. I think I cooked my first full meal at maybe 10 or 11. And this is the way my mom cooked, and this is the way my grandma cooked. I grew up some years with my grandma in the islands in the Bahamas, and my grandmother was the best cook, is my personal opinion, the best cook in the world. And she cooked either outside with wood on an open fire, or she would cook sometimes inside on the stove, but she preferred a cast iron oven on the outside over wood. And her food had a flavor that even to this day, I can't replicate the flavor of her food. And this is the way she trained, this is the way she cooked, my grandmother, and this is the way my mom cooked. My mom never measured anything. She just somehow instinctively knew how much of each ingredient to put in her food, and it always came out tasting delicious. And that's the way I learned. I learned by just watching her and just putting in, instinctively kind of knowing how much to put in. And I know some people, matter of fact, a lot of people cook like that because that's the way they learn. But some people cook by measurements, and that's the way they learn. And honestly, there is no wrong way. The end result is, do your food taste good? And I'm not boasting, but my food normally, I would say 98 out of 100 usually come out tasting good. And I'll be honest, every now and again my husband will say, babe, you missed it, it's a little bit too salt, a little bit too much salt. And but most times it comes out tasting really, really, really amazing. And so again, this is the way I learned, and like I said, for those that do measurement, that's the way they learned. And so neither way is wrong. What I did with this sauce, because the chicken and the paws and the wings, I was trying to get them to cook down into the sauce. My vegetables, I added those last, especially the corn and the yuca. I think yuca is the way the Spanish pronounce it. We pronounce it in the Bahamas cassava. I put those in when the meat, the chicken, was almost complete, and the sauce was almost halfway rendered, because cassava or yuca, it takes a long time to cook, and so you have to put it in before the meat gets too soft, otherwise it will still be hard and the meat will be too soft. So I put my corn and my yuca in toward the end, maybe like 15 minutes before this dish was completed. And then I add my pumpkin and the plantains and the other vegetables, like maybe 5 minutes before the dish was finished, so they won't get too soft, because pumpkin cooks very soft and it cooks fast, and I think there's some sweet potato in there too, and that cooks very soft and fast. And then the other veggies, the broccoli stir-fried mix, I didn't want them to get too soft, because if you put them in, when you put the rest of the vegetable in, they'll just get really, really soft and kind of like dissolve into the sauce, which still, there's nothing wrong with that. It still tastes good, but I didn't want it to get that soft. So that's the reason why I'm putting those in at the end. Okay, be back. Hi guys, I'm back. This is the portion where I'm cooking my black eyed peas and rice with coconut. The white substance in the bowl that I held up is coconut milk. And for that, you can use any coconut milk that you maybe use already, or any coconut milk that you purchase will be just fine. I use Grace because to me, Grace has a rich flavor of the coconut milk, and in comparison to some of the other coconut milk that I've tried, Grace has a stronger flavor. And so again, here are all of the ingredients of what I put into my black eyed peas and rice with coconut milk. And the black eyed peas, I actually use dried black eyed peas. And with any dish that I cook dry peas, I always let them sit overnight so they can soak. And actually is better because as they soak overnight and they soften up, they release some of the gases that's in the peas. And then I usually just pour that water off and rinse them to get some of the residue of the water, the soaking water off before I use them again in my meal. So, and then with peas, with any kind of dried peas, if you're going to cook, you want to make sure that you monitor how soft the peas is getting as it cook, because some peas, when you cook them dry peas, if you don't watch them, they get really soft. And if you try to cook them in rice, it comes out mashed up. And so I don't think you want mashed up peas in your rice. I mean, that's good if you're making some kind of pea soup, but for your rice, I don't think you want your peas to be mashed up. So right there, I test the peas to make sure they were still firm but cook. So it was, when I pressed down on them, they were still firm, but they were soft enough that they mash. So you want to remember that if you're going to use dried peas. And then also you can use canned peas, because a lot of times when I'm trying to do a quick meal and I don't want to go through the dried peas process, I use canned peas and they work just as well. So, you know, do what makes you feel comfortable. For me, cooking is not a competition. For me, I believe cooking is what you desire to have and what you feel should be in it. When you watch somebody else cook, you're just watching to see maybe if there is something else that you can pick up and blend it together with what you already know when it comes to cooking. Because I know that there are a lot of chefs out there that have gone to school and have education, and kudos to them. It takes time and energy and dedication, but there are some people out there that can throw down a meal that some chefs can't compare with. So that's my piece on that. So let me stop blabbering and let you finish watch the rest of this video. Hi guys, I'm back again. We're rounding up this video, coming close to the end of it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I so much appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to watch this video. It's a big support for me, and I really appreciate it. And I say thank you and God bless you. And I hope maybe you found something in this video that you can use or you can incorporate with what it is you already have with your knowledge of cooking. So for now, I ask you if you would be kind enough to subscribe and like the video. That's only if you liked it now. I'd appreciate it very, very much. Until we meet again, keep an eye out for my videos. Thank you. God bless.